Influencer and actor Enioluwa has voiced his frustration over the recent JAMB controversies, questioning the competence, I beg your pardon, and the accountability of Nigerians' examination bodies. Annoyed over the recent technical glitches that marked many students down and the way the UTME board handled the case, he took to TikTok and Instagram to talk about it. I don't like talking about issues in our country. A lot of I don't like talking about issues in our country a lot, because I have come to realize that the more you talk about it, the more your brain cannot process it, especially in a society where abnormalities have become the new normal. But when it comes to education, I speak up, and I feel like everyone should as well, because education is the bedrock of every society. He criticized the normalization of dysfunctions in the country, stating that abnormalities have become so frequent that many Nigerians now accept them as part of everyday life. You were telling me that if people didn't make TikTok and videos, 1.1 million students would have been out of university this year, and all of their dreams would have been put to hold because someone somewhere decided not to do their work. Enioluwa is asking. Then they complain that the rate of crime is increasing in the country. Yes, because the people who are supposed to be in school are at home idle. This is not a technical issue. It is a choice someone somewhere made to not take any extra care into their work. Then they complain that the rate of crime is increasing in the country. Yes, because the people who are supposed to be in school are at home idle. This is not a technical issue, it's a choice someone somewhere made not to take extra care into their work. Recall that in an outburst on Twitter, now X, Enioluwa expressed outrage at the exam body's tweet that read in part, "Man propose, God dispose," stressing that it was utter wickedness to say such over mass failure. Now, I would like to come to Victory on this one because she is in the educational sector. But quickly, let's get your take, Ephraim, on this matter. Do you think the tweet "man propose," is that man propose and God opposes?
Man proposes and God disposes, right? Yeah.
What does that even mean in this particular instance where you have massive failure and you say, so it was God's proposition, God proposed them to fail? What does this even mean?
All right. Thank you so much, Eric, for being here. So on this topic, it's I'm trying to economize words, but if I should,
please say them the way they are.
Okay, I just feel that it's heartlessness, wickedness, and a sense of nonchalance that will make somebody who is at fault to come on Twitter, on the social media space, to make such kind of statements. Reason being that, first of all, we've seen the registrar of JAMB coming out to make an apology to the general public that this was a mistake. So I believe that particular sentence was, it's medicine after death. And just like what Enioluwa said, I feel that it's a big slap to a lot of young people, because the education right now in Nigeria seems to be like the beacon of hope. And imagine me going to write JAMB knowing that it's possible that I could fail something that I've read for over how many? My God. That reminds me, I know somebody who has just written JAMB 5 times. I just hope she did not fail. And not even because she did not fail, but someone or a system failed her. So it's crazy. And, you know, it's just that we are in a third world country. If it's in an advanced world country, by now they should be sued.
Now, I have an issue with that statement. We are in a third world country. Even in a third world country, should things be done wrongly?
Well, it's a third world country where things go anyhow and goes anyhow. Because if it's in a if it's an advanced world country or a developed country, there are some things that should not even, first of all, be thought about, right? So you have a good number of people. I even saw someone saying something like, he knows a friend who did not write JAMB or who did not make it up to write JAMB that day, but he had 300 in JAMB.
How did that happen?
That means the whole system was bad. So maybe the automatic stuff just dispatched people's results
and gave those people that did not write huge scores, those that wrote, it gave them less scores.
So you can imagine.
I find that strange and weird, but then what can I say? Now, on Victory, do you think most of this wouldn't have seen the light of the day if people did not take to social media platforms to voice their concerns? Do you think this matter would have gotten the attention and the apology it is getting now if those people have not gone to social media platform to voice their concerns concerning this particular matter?
So, thanks for the opportunity.
Yeah.
Okay, so assuming that there's no platform like TikTok and then
Instagram, yeah,
and then Enioluwa voicing out based on the the JAMB failure. So that would have been that 1.1 million JAMB batch would have failed this. That's so wicked. So when he was talking about the system, like how could a system like mismatch the whole thing? Then people, 1 million students failing JAMB. But so that's so careless. Like, or let me assume that the country system is bad. No, not even the system. The country, like they don't value the people in the country. Understand? They don't value they don't value human beings in the country, so they can just treat people anyhow and they will get over it. So assuming, just like you said, it's not in Nigeria. Do you know the consequences they should have been bearing by now? Like you have the guts to fail students, and they are free. They should have been sued by now. You understand? So such an artist shouldn't be ignored. So first, thanks to Enioluwa.
Yeah, and others, a couple of people actually have also come out to.
Yes, so thanks to the voice that we have now, we have the Gen Z, just like we call them. So
just like they call us, we are the Gen Zs. Me, I'm a Gen Z.
So yes, what did you do about that? All right, so without this app and everything, so this is what would have happened. So I think they should look into it. They should look into such, because this can even happen, like with the look of things in this country, something more than this can happen in future.
We hope it doesn't happen in the near. We
so
hope this.
If it's not been taken care of now, just like this one is happening now, assuming these people did not come out to voice out to let people know that this is bad, okay, and nothing should have been done. And now see, looking at the nearest future, something like this might happen and no one will say anything
about
so
it.
That's how they keep on, like.
Actually,
yeah,
I just think that people imagine after having written JAMB and the result comes out and you failed, and your father who has been warning you, if you fail this JAMB, or you have from a family that is not considerate, and imagine what would happen at home, the whole disappointment, the depression on the young ones. So I feel that TikTok played a very vital role to push this out. So this even tells us that social media is very powerful.
Yes.
Not therefore just kill them like that.
So then considering those people, like, you know, most times they say a student will commit suicide or wants to attempt suicide because of the pressure they had at home. You know, when your parents, they are pressurizing you to make grade, make A1, like make good grades.
Make good grades, yeah.
So after your parents paying huge amount of money, okay, and also pressurizing you to read your books and then get a good result, then after you reading and working hard as a student, so the next thing is that you have failed, like you failed the exam. Imagine that it's even the country, that those leaders that even putting people in such
positions.
Such positions. So,
well, it's sad that we are here right now, but I hope, hopefully again that such things don't happen. Some people are calling for the scrapping of JAMB. Do you think it's a good call at this point in time? Because you'd write JAMB and you now come, you write, first of all, you write WAEC, afterwards you write JAMB, afterwards, before getting into school, you now come and write post-UTME. So why do we have to go through all those rigorous processes? Now, some points some people are raising. I saw that a minute ago before coming over for the show. What's her name now? I forgot. I think Rejoice or something. Somebody just made. I saw it's been on for a while. Yes, but it just gained more voice or more velocity, so to speak, right now because of this particular matter. But do you think it's a good call to call for the scrapping of JAMB?
Well, at this point, I feel if something is not working as it should be, we help. As a matter of fact, considering that university bodies, okay, I feel JAMB is made to play a regulatory body over the universities as result as concerning admissions, NYSC. But I feel writing JAMB might not really be necessary. So why not they just be like the CBN?
Okay.
And then if you want to write exams, entry exams into the university, you go to your school. Nevertheless, I know that it will give the schools monopoly, right? And things will still sup at school level. But then this is
when you say things will soon sup, I will come back to that, but continue.
Yeah, it's the corruption at school level, right? The long legs and then the who knows who to get admission will still happen. But it happens even without JAMB. So I just feel that what's the need? You write WAEC, you write NECO, you write GC for some people, you see, write JAMB and come on. I just feel WAEC is enough. They should choose between post-UTME or JAMB. I feel more especially should go with post-UTME. For some schools who do screening, you do the screening and then if you're not picked, you're not picked. If you go, you're good.
Now, but for young ones that didn't read, as a teacher, I'll come to you now, Victory, on this one. For young ones that didn't read and they went for this exam and they failed, what would you tell them at this point in time? Do you think, what would your advice to them be?
Okay, for the ones that they don't prepare for the exam, they don't work hard.
That failed because they failed because they did not read and that's why they failed.
Okay.
And now they are blaming it on JAMB.
Exactly. You know, some people will use this opportunity to.
Tell me.
You know that now the system has made us to probably they would doubt the situation. Okay. These ones that read, they passed. They failed. Sorry. The ones that read, they failed, and the ones that did not read, they also failed.
Child.
So now, what are you going to tell this one that did not read? So probably had even I read, I would have still failed now.
So you think this is encouraging not reading?
Okay, now for example.
Because if you read, you fail, and you don't read, you still fail.
I will never ever encourage anyone not to read or prepare before exams.
Okay.
Okay. So that's what we do. Teach you, go back, give you assignments. Okay, read your books, submit to assignment, then you have your test. That's to examine you to examine you to know if you really read or prepare for the exam. You understand? Yeah. So for students who don't read, you should read. It's important to read and prepare for that. So let the stuff happening in the country not discourage you. All right. So that's my advice for them. So they should always prepare and yeah.
Yes, please read, just in case. If you have your final words for students.
Okay, I just feel if you're watching this now, dear young Nigerian student,
dear Gen Z,
dear Gen Zs. So this is the country where we found ourselves. This is the place where we are. So if JAMB you, pick it up. I heard there are opportunities to rewrite again, and if it does not, it's okay to cry, write again. But nevertheless, find something doing with your life, something meaningful. Don't depend on Nigerian system. It's obvious that the system is crashing. Yes, I'm saying it, and everybody focus on your life and destiny.
The system cannot be crashing now on us. The system is not crashing. We'll try to make sure that the system.
Well, the system got nothing on us, but then it's obvious because, in fact, see, let's not try to quote words. We wrote this. JAMB was written, and over 1,100,000 people failed. Is that a system that is still standing?
Well, the system for now has not crashed. The system is a work in progress.
Brother, leave that thing.
The system is a work in progress. I won't allow you.
How old is JAMB?
Are we starting that now? I think that would derail us from this conversation.
Anyway, but I was saying something to the young person.
Yes, please.
Live your life. If you sabi sew clothes. If you sabi bake cake. If JAMB don't work for you, find other things doing. If God open door, japa, and if you are still in Nigeria, find something to do. Because, okay, imagine that you're hoping on this JAMB and this particular thing is not able to be settled out. That means you're spending another 1 year at home. So my advice is,
I'm sure
find something doing in your life. Don't depend on Nigeria.